오늘의 주인공은 마크입니다. 그는 악명 높은 GJMC 모터사이클 클럽의 포틀랜드 지역회장이었습니다. 겉으로는 평범한 오토바이 애호가 모임처럼 보이지만 그들은 많은 조직범죄와 불법 활동에 연루되어 있고 여러 국가에서는 그들을 범죄 조직으로 분류하고 있습니다. GJMC는 스스로를 1% 모터사이클 클럽으로 규정하며 법을 준수하는 99%의 모터사이클 클럽이 아닌 우리는 1%의 무법자라고 말합니다. 2016년 4월 27일 포틀랜드 지부 회장 마크는 영문도 모른 채 체포당한 후 신문실에 끌려왔습니다.
Mark? Yep. My name's Scott Curtis with the Clark County Sheriff's Office.
Kevin Harper.
What's your name?
Kevin Harper.
Kevin?
Also with Clark County.
What's going on, fellas?
Well, obviously we're not from Portland. A couple things we need to do before we chat, and then we'll explain everything. And because you are at a police station, I got to advise you of your rights.
Okay.
형사는 경찰서 안에 있기 때문에 미란다 원칙을 고지해야 한다고 말합니다. 누군가를 피해자 신분으로 데려왔다면 일반적으로 미란다 원칙은 고지하지 않습니다. 따라서 마크는 어떤 사건의 피해자가 아닌 용의자로 신문당하는 것이고 형사는 경찰서 안에 있기 때문에 고지하는 것이라며 그를 안심시키려 합니다. 미란다 원칙을 고지하지 않은 상태에서 나온 진술은 법정에서 유효한 증거로 사용될 수 없기 때문이죠.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer before we ask you any questions and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford a lawyer, the court will appoint one before any questioning. You're with a motorcycle club. You have some affiliation with one, is that right?
I don't have any answers for questions like that.
Okay. Well, the reason I'm asking is that a few months back, a gentleman named Jeff Sudan, you know him?
마크가 신문받는 이유는 몇 달 전 GJMC 멤버였던 로버트 허긴스의 사체가 들판에서 발견됐기 때문입니다. 시작부터 로버트를 언급하며 마크를 용의자로 몰아간다면 마크가 변호사를 요청하거나 묵비권을 행사할 수 있기에 수사관은 사건과 관련 없는 사람의 이름을 언급합니다. 마크의 경계심을 최대한 낮추고 방어태세를 최소화하려는 심리적 전략입니다.
He threw your name out in conjunction with kind of a repossession of a car, or collection of a car. Does that sound familiar to you?
No, Jeff Sudan almost might. I'm not sure about that. It seems like Sudan rings a bell somewhere, but no collections of a car. No, I don't know.
And you're living with a gal down there, is that right?
No, I kicked her out.
So when did you kick her out?
Which time? I kicked her out a lot of times.
Numerous times?
Yeah, she just calls me and she's with no place to go and stuff and get tugs on the heartstrings and I pick her up.
And what's her name?
Nicole.
So this last time, how long has she
So
been?
there's my background. That's it on Nicole. What else you want to know?
Okay.
Is Nicole the problem here? I mean, I know that she's had the cops over a few times.
Okay.
And she's had problems with the hospital and her.
Tell me about the hospital.
Well, if you don't know about it, then that's not what you're talking to me about. You'd already. Do you know what I'm talking about? Is that what this is about?
No. Let me back up a little bit. How long have you been in a relationship?
I'm not going to answer any more questions about Nicole. Okay. I don't have any more answers for you until I find out what you're talking about.
Okay, well,
you guys brought me in. I didn't bring you in. I want to hear what you got to talk about.
Nicole took off in a car that she may have had purchased with assets that belonged to you, or something like that. And then Jeff Sudan and a couple other guys kind of returned that car to you. Does that make sense to you? Is that
Or attempted to?
or attempted to?
니콜은 마크가 교제하고 있던 여자친구였고 로버트와 관련이 있습니다. 로버트는 마약을 사기 위해 클럽의 돈을 훔치다 적발되었고 결국 쫓겨났습니다. 이런 범죄 조직 단체에서 누군가가 쫓겨날 때에는 온전히 나갈 수 없고 폭행당하고 추방당합니다. 로버트는 폭행당한 후 복수심에 불타올랐습니다. 로버트는 마크의 집에 침입한 후 그의 여자친구였던 니콜을 묻고 돈과 총기를 훔쳤습니다. 집으로 돌아온 마크는 분노했으며 GJMC 멤버들과 함께 로버트를 납치했고 워싱턴주 남서부의 외딴 창고로 데려갔습니다. 로버트는 몇 시간 동안의 끔찍한 고문을 당했고 결국 사망했습니다. 니콜이 마크의 재산을 훔쳤다고 말하면 자신의 돈을 훔쳤던 로버트를 떠올릴 수밖에 없기에 수사관들은 계속해서 마크의 반응을 유도합니다.
You guys are
So why would they throw?
Well, I'm not going to answer your questions, but without a lawyer anyway, but just because I don't like the reaction. But you guys are way off, man.
Okay.
You guys don't know. I don't know who's telling these stories, and I'm not sure who Jeff Sudan is, but I can tell you right now, nobody's ever returned a car to me from anybody ever in my life.
So if we got the story wrong, can you help us out with that?
Well, I'm not going to straighten your story out. No, I'm not. Not until I find out why I'm sitting here. This is about Nicole stealing a car and
No,
somebody.
not stealing necessarily.
Well,
But
why are you playing games? Tell me what
I'm
you're talking
I'm
about.
not trying to play games, but
Okay.
I'm trying to get at the root of what caused this whole thing. She took off in an Acura.
No,
No?
no.
Okay.
You're wrong. I'm not gonna tell you the story because it's a personal story, and there's no crime that I'm gonna. I'm not going to press charges about anything.
Okay.
And I would be the only. In the story that you're talking about, there's only one person in the world that could press any charges about it, and that'd be me.
Okay.
And I'm not pressing any charges on her.
All right.
And nobody returned any car, and she never took any car from anywhere. So you got the story completely wrong first.
Okay.
So before you come talk to me about those kind of stories, you should get them right.
Okay.
Get them straight, man.
How would I get them right without chatting with you?
Well, because I'm not here to give you information. That's not what I'm about. I'm not a cop. I'm not going to sit here and feed you information.
니콜이 재산을 훔쳤다는 신문관들의 전략에는 한 가지 문제가 있었습니다. 만약 자신의 재산을 도난당했다면 용의자가 아닌 피해자의 신분으로 신문실에 오는 것이 당연합니다. 범죄 피해자를 신문실로 데려올 땐 굳이 압박을 가할 이유가 없기에 미란다 원칙을 고지할 필요도 수갑을 채울 필요도 없습니다. 마크는 시작부터 미란다 원칙을 고지받았고 수갑에 채워진 상태로 이송되었습니다. 따라서 자신이 차량 도난 사건의 피해자가 아니라는 걸 마크는 직감했고 방어적으로 변합니다.
I don't know. I'm here for some reason. I don't know what your deal is, but you haven't explained that to me yet. Until then, I got no more answers for you about Nicole or cars or anything else.
That look familiar to you, sir?
Oh yeah.
Okay. What do you know that guy by?
I'm not going to answer your questions. I told you. I'll listen to what you have to say, and I'll pick what I want to answer. But I'm not going to tell you information about people I know.
Would you tell me how do you know that man? Or
No, I'm not going to tell. I'm not going to give that information. But I kind of know what we're talking about here. But I
Okay.
thought that those charges were dropped on him and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, he was with another gentleman too, right?
When this thing happened, that's what I heard. I wasn't there.
No, I know you weren't there.
Oh, okay.
But you know some of the background.
Well, I might know some of the background, but like I said, I'm not here to try to answer your questions. You're going to have to get the answers. Why can't you? All these answers you should be able to get from that guy. You know what I mean?
Some of them we
I don't know
can.
him very well, by the way. But I don't know him very well, but I know exactly who he is. And but I don't have the answers for you as far as that stuff goes.
Okay.
형사가 보여준 사진은 마크가 로버트를 납치하라고 지시했던 멤버 중 한 명이었습니다. 마크가 물리적으로 로버트의 목숨을 앗아가지 않았더라도 자신의 부하들에게 명령을 내렸기에 일반적으로 동일한 처벌을 받습니다. 마크는 계속해서 방어적인 태세를 유지했고 신문 10분 만에 형사는 그를 신문하는 진짜 이유를 말하기 시작합니다.
Nicole was at your house, and somebody busted in the house and roughed her up a little bit, tied her up. You remember that?
You know, I can't really answer to that. You're going to have to get that story from her.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to answer to that but I can tell you once again, and you're going to find out that you are completely wrong.
Okay.
So that didn't happen?
What's that? I'm not going to go there. I'm going to let
Well, you're saying
ask
we're
her.
wrong.
You
Is that what
got
we're
the
wrong
story
about?
all wrong.
Okay.
You got the story all wrong.
Okay.
And
What
if you
parts
ask
of-
around about Nicole, you're probably going to find that you got a whole bunch of stories wrong, man. Nobody actually came to the house.
Okay.
All right.
What did happen?
I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to let her tell you. I'm not Mr. Rat who's going to sit here and tell Nicole's life story to anybody. You know what? If you want to hear this story from me, you get Nicole here too. Both of us in the same room.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Well, that's the only way.
That's not going to happen.
Because I'm not going to tell behind her back what this. I'd love to tell you the truth, but I don't want to do it behind her back. It's against my personal rules. I'm not going to sit here and talk to cops about anybody behind their back. But I would like to have her here so me and her could.
사건의 용의자인 니콜과 마크를 동시에 신문하면 두 사람의 이야기에서 모순점을 찾아낼 수 없기에 이건 가능하지 않습니다. 신문관들이 마크에게 로버트가 침입했던 걸 기억하냐고 묻는 이유는 마크의 범행 동기를 입증하기 위해서입니다. 하지만 마크는 사실 모든 것은 니콜과 로버트가 꾸민 것이라며 자신의 범행 동기를 최소화하고 수사관들의 전략을 피해갑니다.
Nicole set the whole fucking thing up. That was her and her friend. They fucking zip-tied her. They knew the fucking guy was coming. That was a setup. She robbed me. She even brought the stuff that was robbed. She brought a bunch of it back. Everything she stole from me then that she couldn't. She brought back everything she couldn't sell on offer up. Her and her fucking junkie friends. And that's what fucking happened there, man. It was a total lie. I know it was for a fact. Hell, her mom knows. She told her mom what all fucking kind of stuff was stolen in this big robbery, and then her mom comes over when I was throwing her out, and her mom starts looking at all the stuff and goes, "Oh shit, here's something, this was stolen." Well, stuff that half the stuff she told her, anything her and her friends couldn't sell on the fucking offer up, she brought back after she wanted to be back with me and stuff. But I'm not pressing no charges, so I don't see why you guys care.
Okay. Who's her junkie friends that were helping her?
I'm not going to tell you names of people. You didn't hear me the first time? I'm not sitting here naming people for you. All I'm doing is telling you you got your stories really screwed up. And I don't even know why you care.
Okay. Is Bagger Bob part of that? Part of her junkie friends?
마크가 자신이 사건과 무관하다는 진술을 이어가자 형사는 이 지속적인 방어 기제를 깨기 위해 신문 처음으로 백어 밥을 언급합니다. 범죄 조직에서는 실명을 사용하는 것이 위험하기에 모두 닉네임을 사용하고 백어 밥은 사망한 로버트가 사용했던 닉네임이었습니다. 무고한 용의자는 이런 질문에 불필요한 긴장감이나 불쾌감을 드러내지 않습니다.
Bagger Bob?
Yeah. That ring a bell?
Fuck, you're talking. Yeah, I know who that is. It's fucking the guy that got killed about a fucking year and a half ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was he one of the ones who set this up with Nicole?
Man, you know, you're gonna have to, if you're trying to like tie that into this or something like that, you're gonna have to talk to Nicole about that.
Okay. Well, I was asking you because you said it was her junkie friends, and I assumed that meant you knew who.
No, not the kind of junkie that I heard he was. She's not that kind of a junkie.
Okay. Can you help?
머리 뒤를 손으로 만지는 행동은 용의자가 갑작스러운 스트레스를 받는다는 신호로 해석될 수 있습니다.
Okay. So was Bagger Bob one of your friends, not hers?
Well, you know, like I said, you know, actually, hey, now that fucking you're starting to bring his name into it, and he got killed, now I don't think I have any other questions to answer for you. Now I think having a lawyer here might be a good idea.
Okay. Sorry.
I think that'd be a good idea if you're starting to ask questions about a dead guy.
신문관들에게 첫 번째 위기가 닥칩니다. 미란다 원칙에 따라 용의자가 변호사를 요청한다면 수사관은 즉시 모든 신문을 중단해야 합니다. 일반적으로 모든 변호사는 신문에 응하지 않도록 조언합니다. 따라서 수사관은 그저 사건의 진위 여부를 확인하고 싶을 뿐이라며 변호사의 주제로부터 멀어지려 합니다.
We have you're saying their stories, so whether they're true or not, that's what we're trying to find out. Okay,
Right.
That's our job.
Okay.
You realize that, right?
Sure.
And as cops, so if there's incidents happen, we got to figure out what's true and what's not.
Okay.
And we do that by talking with people.
Okay.
Obviously, that happened a while ago, so we've been working on this for a while. So we have a story, so we want to get your side of it.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
So we know what's true and what's not true.
All right.
Here we've got Nicole sitting in front of a grand jury right now, and she's testifying to them.
Okay.
We know what she's going to tell them, we
Okay.
presume. That's not an issue. We have other people we've talked to, and I think you know who most of those people are.
Well, you think wrong, but anyway, okay.
Okay.
There's several others, either now or shortly, are sitting in rooms like you are.
Okay.
So
Okay. Well, tell me something that means something to me.
Well, without
None of this means much to me so far. And Nicole, man, you know, she's got real problems, you know, and her problem is she's sitting in front of a grand jury right now. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure her problems are going to probably unfold in front of them. So in any case, whatever, man. Talk to me about that later after she gets out of the grand jury. You'll see what I'm saying. Nicole's got some serious problems, and she's got some serious lying problems. And if all her lies blow up in her face today, well, it's about time. Maybe that'll help her out a little bit. Maybe this whole experience will help her quit making up bullshit and telling lies. So anyway, that's enough about Nicole for me. You got her in front of a grand jury. You got all the story you need from her. Now, what else would you like from me?
미국에서는 수사관이 신문 중에 거짓말을 하는 것은 법적으로 허용됩니다. 사건의 용의자인 니콜이 이미 대배심 앞에서 증언하고 있고 다른 클럽 회원들도 자백하고 있다며 마크의 고립감과 불안을 조장합니다. 이미 너에 대한 범죄가 폭로되고 있다고 믿게 만들며 자백을 유도하려는 전략입니다. 하지만 범죄 조직의 회장이라서 그런지 마크는 이 압박감을 아무렇지 않게 견뎌내며 오히려 수사관들에게 블러핑을 하기 시작합니다.
We don't know who to talk to.
Here you go.
Okay.
All right, man. I'm going to help you get unconfused, all right? If you think that I did something wrong, anything, okay, any kind of crime, let me get my lawyer over here, and I will tell my lawyer, you know what? Give these guys a lie detector test. Just take a lie detector test. Don't make these cops suspect the wrong people. So if you guys think I did anything wrong, hit me with a lie detector test or something. I've got nothing to fucking hide. I got nothing to hide, and I just got nothing to say. It's against my fucking nature to sit here and talk to cops. Now, I told you more than I probably wish I would have already. Okay? I should have even told you my name. You know what I mean? You got my name. You're playing games. You don't need to know my name. You knew my name before you brought me in here. In any case, if you think I did something, and you really do, if you really think I did something wrong, then you guys maybe think about giving me a lie detector test and lay it out. Lay what you think I did out on a lie detector test. I just want a lawyer there just to make sure that I'm doing the right thing or whatever. But I'm willing to do that just so you guys don't bark up the wrong tree. But I'm not willing to sit here and tell you stories like some piece of shit rat. Okay? You got your world, I got mine. Mm-hmm. In my world, rats are pieces of shit. I'm not going to sit here telling on Nicole. I'm not going to sit here telling on anybody.
자신의 동료를 배신할 일은 없다고 주장하는 마크로부터 자백을 받는 것은 많이 힘들어 보입니다. 수사관들은 마크의 범행 동기라도 충족시키려는 마지막 시도를 합니다. 로버트를 클럽에서 추방하라고 지시한 건 당연히 포트랜드 지부 회장이었던 마크였기에 그가 쫓겨났을 때 어떤 관계였는지를 묻습니다. 수사관들은 마크가 로버트에 대해 험담을 하거나 서로 앙금이 남았었다는 대답을 바라고 있습니다. 수사관은 간접적으로 로버트의 성격이나 행동을 부정적으로 묘사함으로써 그의 비난을 유도합니다.
Well, is he a cheap shot guy, or is he someone?
I really don't know, and like I said, I'm not going to answer questions about Bagger.
Okay, but he never did anything to you.
No.
Okay, you never went eyes on with him again after that when he was out of the club.
He respected me, I think, and he talked very nice to me anytime I ever saw him. I'll tell you that. Me and him never had a bad word. In the end, I found out he was a piece of shit junkie.
Right.
So I admit I hold that against him because I spent a lot of time with the guy and stuff and kind of gave him my heart, sort of like, and so when people really disgrace us like that and stuff, it leaves a real bad taste in my mouth. I will admit that. But that's the end of it. When you're done with us, you're just done. So anything that happened too much of that, I have no idea. Like I said, one thing about our motorcycle club is when you're done with us, you're just done with us. We got no time for you. We got no words for you. You won't be getting any more calls. Nothing. You know what I mean? You're done. And Bagger's just one of a lot of guys that the same kind of shit happens to. It's part of the life.
Okay.
약 1시간 30분의 신문은 종료되었고 수사관들은 증거가 될 수 있는 그 어떤 것도 얻지 못했습니다. 몇 달 후 포트랜드 경찰국은 수색영장을 받고 소아팀의 지원을 받아 GJMC 클럽 아지트를 급습했습니다. 아지트 안에서 그들이 수년간 저질렀던 범죄의 물리적 증거들을 확보할 수 있었습니다. 클럽에서 추방당하는 회원에겐 몸에 새겨진 GJMC 문신 위에 검정색 X를 문신시키고 눈에 멍이 들 때까지 폭행을 한 후 벌금으로 $5,000를 내게 하는 규칙이 적힌 문서도 있었습니다. 현장에서 체포된 총 6명의 클럽 멤버들의 증언은 마크의 혐의를 뒷받침해 주었습니다. 마크는 로버트를 납치하고 살해하라는 지시를 내린 혐의로 기소되었고 클럽 멤버 에릭슨은 물리적으로 로버트를 살해한 혐의로 기소되었습니다. 마크는 이를 지시하거나 물리적으로 참여하지도 않았다고 끝까지 주장했고 에릭슨도 자신은 아무 관련이 없다며 무죄를 주장했습니다. 마크와 에릭슨은 둘 다 종신형을 선고받았습니다.